they are performing better in terms of integrity. But when it comes to the exchanges we see online, it is at the same level. Issues like body shaming, umenona, umekonda, umefura, it's the same discussion. Yeah. Issues around attacking people in their personal lives, your wife, your child, your mother, and all these things. It is the same thing. Should we just say that this is simply how our society is, from the president all the way down to the young Gen Z voter who's trying to register to vote? They are not different.
Fred, you know, Kenya is a very diverse country. And by that virtue, different characters coming together, then they mold to something else. And then you see this kind of a thing. You remember when we were starting the year towards 2025, before this year, we had issues of where the president was put in casket, where leaders were being insulted. Some were even not given chance to address even public event because people are too more emotive when it comes to the issues to do with the leaders. And these are things that actually affect our Kenyans most of the time. And what I'm saying is this, if the young people are this way, because we are thinking of revolutionizing this country and transforming everything. But the way we act on it is something that we're really pissed off in most of the majority of the people. The question is, are we really towards the road to change? Because you cannot be talking about change while you yourself, internally, if you assess yourself, you cannot even claim to be that kind of a person that you want to wish. You have that perfect...
Even the young Kenyan voter does not have the moral authority to criticize his leaders.
Yes. Number one, if you don't have the vote, you don't have the moral authority. Number two, if you don't have that character integrity, you don't have that moral authority. So there are things that encompasses this kind of leadership that we want. The integrity that we all wish to have. Then the question is, are we acting towards that integrity? So the young people also must show the examples. And number two, if we are talking about the president, what are the things that led the president to do these things? Remember, president is also a human being. President have been insulted. They've been drawing jabs left and right since the Rigathi Gachagua was impeached. Most of the people have been drawing a lot of bad words to the president. But sometimes this is a point as a human being, you have to stop this kind of the bullshit that is going on and tell people the reality. Because, and in my own view, this is not bad because the president said this, I'll be working for Kenyans 99% of the time. But that 1%, I'll deal with these opposition guys. And dealing with them is to giving them the segment of 1%. And that's actually 1%. And the conversation is this one, is 1%.
Is it our society that's just like this, that we are all ill-behaved? We see it fit to personal attacks even on family, on wives, on children and everything. Because if you draw a comparison with Uganda or even Tanzania, do you imagine the president or even the opposition leaders there talking the way our opposition leaders and our president are exchanging words? Is it something you would even comprehend?
No, not really. But as you have said, it is a societal problem. We have condoned it for far too long. And if we don't take a back seat and reflect and say, no, as a country, this is not the direction we need to get, it will catch up with us because even the children, because our children are watching the TV, our children nowadays are scrolling on TikTok. And there's a way people on TikTok and Facebook Reels try to, they fix the thing until it comes out, someone really laughing at the joke. So it gets into the heads of that person who is 12-year-old. They go to school and they abuse someone mercilessly. And it doesn't, even as a teacher, you cannot reprimand them because you see the president also had to do this, the opposition leader also.
It's just what we do in our society.
Exactly. So I don't know who will salvage us from it, but as a society we have condoned it. And let me tell you, look at Maraga. Maraga never throws insults, but how many Kenyans listen to him? Very few.
We don't like those kinds of politics.
We don't like the kind of politics we like is the politics of jabs, politics of violence. And as someone who has endured, political body shaming, like you go to my Facebook, you have posted something, someone is like, you're not even beautiful enough to post that content. I don't know, your teeth look like, and then you're like, bro, I'm not even your relative. My teeth and the content that I'm sharing are not even related, but it is a way people use that language in politics to derail something. People need to look at the impact of both what government is doing and the opposition, is that opposition is trying to stop the government from actually focusing on real issues, and equally, the government is trying to show the public that, look, the opposition is only focused on insult. They don't have anything tangible. So at the end of the day, they are fighting for our votes by discrediting one another. But unfortunately, if they continue, the culture of abusing one another will also continue within the voters themselves. You'll come to a place as a politician and someone will now abuse you with the abuse that someone made. And someone, tumbo yako ni kubwa sana. I proceed, Matiang'i going somewhere and someone telling him, Jim, ama hata mtu akitaja jina Jim, it will actually affect him, you know. Even the speech that he had to say, maybe it will evaporate, yeah. The same for the president. If he goes somewhere and someone just does this, even without talking, it is something that will affect them in one way or another. So we need to tone down. I think this is not the language we need to have 15 months to the election. I think let us leave the political language. But then again, I look at it and wonder, if President Ruto has just used 1% and it is this detrimental, like it has sent people packing, I don't know if he continues using the 1%.
And that's the other thing, that we're already gauging them on how nasty you are by your words and who has won this contest, this mchongo, I know.